and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, playing one of my absolute favorite historic Brawl decks, Illuna Apex of Wishes combo. It's a free omniscience every time. You just don't know exactly what that means. Illuna Apex of Wishes, when you mutate it onto a creature, say maybe a token, you exile cards from the top of your library till you hit a non-land permanent. But what if there's only one permanent in your deck that's not a land? And what if that permanent is omniscience, letting you cast your spells for free? Well then, you cheat this sucker right into play if you're able to mutate this onto a token, and then you can cast spells for free. But what does that mean? You don't know exactly where in your library omniscience will be. You exile cards until you hit it. You don't put them back on the bottom like with Cascade, so you may or may not have many cards left in your deck. You also then have to figure out how to win from that point, and we've got a lot of instants and sorceries in the deck, obviously, since we can't have non-land permanents, and these let you draw a bunch of cards. But how do you win the game? It's a new exercise every time because you don't know how much of your library will be exiled or which cards will be exiled. We run cards like Gaia's Blessing and Clear the Mind because sometimes omniscience is in the bottom 10 cards of our library and we need to get cards back to win. But what if these get exiled too? It's all a bit of an adventure, and that's what I absolutely love about the combo deck. However, getting omniscience for free is not to be underestimated, and when you win, it's non-deterministic, but it feels very rewarding when you pitch and pick and choose and get all the right things together to pull off the victories. Now, if only our opponents thought it was that cool. Maybe more of them would stick around to see how magical it all is. Anyway, these games are sure to put a smile on your face. They certainly did for me. So let's dive in. Let the Illuna Apex of Wishes nonsense begin. Remember to like, remember to subscribe. As always, you're cool. We go first, and we have a shuffler, we have a ramper, but our opponent is playing Jetmir, so our time will not be... All right, it's going to have to be quick. However, what can we do? We can turn one garden, then turn two, we can't make a treasure. I was going to say this is almost a turn 4 win, but it's not, because we can't make a treasure on turn 2. I'm still going to keep it. We might get run over. I could hold back on the garden. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is tough. I really wish that this could tap for a color to make a treasure, and then we would have it, you know? But it doesn't. Maybe if I draw a growth spiral, would that be good enough? I think that would be good enough. Explore or growth spiral, please. You know, like this. But not a creature. Tommy of Bamboo Groves. They're ramping. This is a very, very fast deck. Alright, at least we drew a 2-mana play. Yeah, Jetmir doesn't mess around. We need them to miss a land or something. Looks like their colors are good. Looks like they have Fable. Supreme Will. Countering Jetmir could buy us a little bit of time, but probably not that much. Honestly, I should probably just take the land, cultivate, and hope to get there. All right, we need 2 turns. Jetmir probably comes down this turn. We also need our token not to die, which might be asking too much. Oh, no Jetmir yet. So they do miss... No, they discarded a land. Okay, they don't want to play Jetmir until it's the full send. I see. So that does give us a little time. But we don't have another way to make a token. If this little 0-1 dies, GG's. Maybe that means I'm supposed to draw 'em for dreams and maybe I can find one. But I also need draw 'em for dreams after Illuna. We're going. Hopefully I find the card that for 1 green makes a token. Ooh. Ooh. It's pretty good. I don't think I take Pact though, because I don't think I'm dead this turn. I think I take Discover the form. No, I take Pact to Protect. I take Pact to protect it. Okay. Pact protects the mutate because they might just have a one-shot removal spell, right? And then Discover wins the game. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they might just have like Swords to Plowshares, kill your 0-1 when you attempt to mutate, win the game. Or kill your Omniscience when it hits the battlefield, win the game. Notably, Omniscience we know is now not on the bottom 5 at least, and we have a Clear the Mind. So we can probably go through the cycle a few times. That's 6. So with 6, +1/+0 and trample. So that's 1, 2, 3, 7, 11, 15. Down to 2. Okay, it was even more than that. My bad. Don't bolt me, bro. Ranger class. Okay, and they tap out. All right, now it's just up to, and I think we're going to be fine, but it's up to where in the deck the Omniscience is. All right, 50 cards to go. Easy mode. Let's Boon of the Wishgiver and draw 4. Let's Brainstorm. And now we just try to combo off. How do we shuffle? I guess Outburst also does it, but Clear the Mind? No, let's Discover first. Ooh, look at those. All right. Clear the Mind. Shuffle back in. Yeah, we've got it for sure. We just got to find a Time Warp or an All Runs Epiphany, or we have to deal enough damage this turn to kill them. So let's look in the exile pile. There is an All Runs Epiphany, there's not a Time Warp. So Time Warp is still in the deck. So you find the Time Warp, you take the extra turn, you attack with the big monsters, you win. If not for that, then just we have to have enough to go face, which, you know, we can probably figure it out. We're up against Miria, Scholar of Antiquity, so probably combo versus combo. This hand would be great if the Omniscience were not in it. So I guess we have to mulligan. Or we could try to draw a way to put the Omniscience back in the deck, of which there are a couple, but I think that that's too risky. It's not like the hand is absolutely perfect. Cultivate's a great card to have, so we'll keep this one. Opponent opening on Renegade map. Do we go for Hard Evidence, or do we hold up a Swan Song? What are they going to do? Probably nothing worth countering. Probably just an artifact. Nothing. Okay. So we're going to play a land. We're going to pass. We're going to act like we're going to counter their commander and try to scare them out of playing it. They do not. They do not flinch. Let's see. Come on. Don't do it. Just resolve some artifacts. Be afraid. We're a blue deck with open mana. Be afraid. Bergie. Oh, crap. That's really good. I need an answer to that. But we're sitting and thinking as if we have something we could do. Now I'm going to try to find an answer. I think we got to go 4 deep. Prismari Command doesn't solve it. Does help ramp up, though. Yeah, they might storm off before us. I guess we just have to try to get there. And this can blow a Paradox Engine mid-storm. So the question now is, can they do it this turn? Well, I don't have red anyway, so I don't have a choice here. I have to cultivate. If they win, they win. I need 2 turns. I think Prismari Command at the right time, along with Swan Song, could buy me 1. But this is shields down. Cold Steel Heart. Okay. that enters tapped. They can probably get their whole hand on the field and then play Miria and then do a lot of value with it. They have to use the map. That's pretty good. Good for us. All right, Commander. 1 mana. Floats. Lightning Bolt my token. That's rude. I needed that. And attack. Okay, well, they had a spell. That can also help buy us time. So I think what I want to do is set up for kind of the Illuna out of nowhere, play the guard, and then mutate it, which we can do if we make a treasure with the Prismari command. And we also have Boseiju to interact. So we play land, we say go. Four mana. Familiar, cost reducer, scary. Elixir, don't care. All right, those are the kind of trap artifacts I like to see. Could go for an interaction right there, but I think we're fine. Regrow what? Renegade Map. Renegade Map comes down for 0, makes a mana. I think I'm gonna go for this now. Little interaction, eh? We could also swan song that regrowth, but I think this is fine. Because if they play the map here, they're just down to 1 mana. And we don't need to use Boseiju. Alright, draw for turn. With the clue. Yes, I am a blue player. I believe I'm entitled to a draw for turn on my opponent's turn. Alright. We don't know anything about the location of the Omniscience. We could try to play a longer game. We also don't have any reshufflers in circulation. We do know that Omniscience is not in the bottom 3. That's not exactly comforting, but I think we just go for it. This deck is dangerous. Okay, please not entire library go burr. Wait, I thought it wasn't on the bottom. Did I shuffle? There's only 1 card left. They scoop. So, I mean, unless the 1 card was Clear the Mind or Gaia's Blessing, that game was over. There's the Clear the Mind. Was it the Blessing? Nope, there's the Blessing. Okay, we lost that game. Opponent just tilted. We are on the play with good mana. We are against Extus, which is an interesting Mardu sacrifice style commander. And Gix is like waving at us? The hell is this? Yeah, okay. Okay. Keep. Gotta bones. Gotta bones. Okay. Could bounce it right away, but I think we can wait to bounce something else. I might startle the gutter bones though. Get that card draw. Commence the end game. Cool. Got to get up to that mana, but we'll find a way. I've been drawing Cultivate just about every single game. I would like to do more of that. This is probably a Prismari command turn. Urza's Command is one of the only Brothers War cards that makes it into the deck. Confluence comes to us straight out of the Explorer Anthology. But Urza's command, making a construct, is a way to instant speed, make a token, and then mutate onto it. That's annoying. I think we'll let Masterpiece and Callous Dismissal go, as those are two things that don't create card advantage. Interesting, a sacrifice deck playing that card. Gotta hit our next land drop for sure. Oh, we found them. So I think we'll let these go. We got the token, commence, and inscription draw cards to help us recover from that nasty go blank. And I guess we can just play into the north here. And then as long as they don't have another go blank, we're threatening to go off next turn. They do have to kill the token or else we get the mutation. They go for a Blood Artist. They leave mana open. As long as they have mana open, you have to be a little concerned. Also, the longer you can put off going for it, the more you can like scry to the bottom to set up the bottom of the deck. So I think we just pass here. This is either a Eureka moment or a commence the end game. They play Judith, still leaving a mana open. Seems pretty deliberate. Blood Artist chickening out. Interesting. All right, let's draw. Maybe we'll draw into a way to counter it. Mystical Dispute seems good, but it's not very good. If we burn down the house, we take some damage, but the opponent starts over from scratch. We do have another way to get a token. We could also make Devils, which are pretty good on this board, but they do result in a lot of Blood Artist triggers. I think I commence the end game, and I think I'll do it. Yeah, because if I commence the end game here, I have a creature large enough to survive a burn down the house, and then they have to point some triggers at it. No, I'm probably waiting too long at this point. Probably waiting too long. It's a lot more damage than you think it is. It's Judith and it's Blood Artist. It hurts. I should know this. So let's just get it out of the way before I can underestimate it too much. Okay, Solemn. Yep. Still one mana left open. Could it be that they're just playing off curve this whole time? I don't think so. I think it's Lightning Bolt or Swords, which we could go for it here, but I think it would fail. Priority check? No priority. I'm still going to be careful because I can. My hand is good enough that I can be careful. The way that when this deck is at its best, it's just plain teamer control. And then you wait for the perfect moment when you're sure the combo will work, and then you go for it. All right, they get Gutter Bones. They cast a Mayhem Devil. You've got one black. Oh, they play the Bones. Okay. Well, if we go for it now, we haven't checked the bottom of our library, but we have a Gaia's Blessing and a Magma Opus. So at the very least, we can cycle that a few times. Might not be enough to win, though. All right. YOLO. All right, plenty of space to go. Time Warp? Time Warp in the deck, so we can play towards Time Warp. All right. Damage to face. Tap the Devil. Inscription. Let's get a scry 2, draw 2. There's the time warp. Easy. Cast the time warp, target ourselves. Let's creative outburst the opponent's face. Pick up the insight. Cast the insight. Cast the graven lore. Cast the drawn from dreams. Mastery. Yeah, we got this. Okay. I'm just gonna play out the tower. We'll attack. We'll go to our next turn. We'll attack. All right. That is how you bring it home. Well done, Illuna. Well done. Our opponent goes first. We'll keep this hand. Fire Prophecy, very nice. Hard Evidence, very nice. Burn down the house. We should be able to play control if we need to. They're playing Muldrotha the Gravetide, which is usually a slower paced value deck. So I think we can handle that. Establish dominance? Absolutely. Give them the business. Make them click. Wear them down. Old Rusty. I can't kill that with Fire Prophecy. Cool card for the deck. And they get a treasure, which is probably the best hit. We can callous dismiss Rusty. They just play Rusty again. Doesn't do much, but it is a 3-mana card. I guess it's better than doing nothing. Panharmonicon. Somebody didn't tell him. That's not Yarok. So we could drawn from dreams here. I just like to save that until after I get to Illuna. So I'm going to, I think I'm just going to pass back. But, I mean, that is rough. If they just replay old Rustine, like, we don't have good interaction for that. Never mind, I'm doing it. Also, watch for the Omniscience, because it's about what we're putting on the bottom. I'll grab the Supreme Will, and I think I want this ramp. I think I want this Hour of Promise. So, a Panharmonicon Old Rusty, let's go. Filling their graveyard with all kinds of joy. And a Mesmeric Orb. How does this affect us? So whenever permanent becomes untapped, we mill. Okay, let's watch for the Omniscience. I don't see the Omniscience. We have Clear the Mind and Gaia's Blessing, so this can't actually kill us. Actually, as long as we don't exile the Gaia's Blessing, which I think I just put on the bottom. Now, if we shuffle here, that's no longer the case. I feel like I should just say go and try to use counterspell protection. I don't know, man. If I shuffle, it's no longer on the bottom, and that really sucks, and I forgot about that when I fetched the Hour of Promise. But I need enough mana to counter and play Illuna. I think I have to go for it. This is interesting. What an interesting spot. Whoa, 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 opponent. You don't have Swan Song, do you? Okay. So we get our interesting lands. Emergence Zone to go for it at instant speed, potentially. Kami Garden makes the 0-1. Linkmoth Nexus is another way we can have a creature after a board wipe. But we're going to mill next turn, and I'm really curious to see what happens. Opponent mills. Look at that. They could play Muldrotha here, but then they're really low on resources to fight me over Illuna. Underrealm Lich. Now if they mill out, they don't mill out because this lets them look at 3 cards, but they are tapped out, so we get to go for it here. But first of all, let's see if Omniscience gets milled. Little value there. Okay, Omniscience is still in the library. I think we just go for it. Hopefully we don't exile the guy's blessing. Oh, Omniscience is right there. Okay, now whenever we untap a permanent, we mill. Is the guy's blessing still in the deck? It is. Okay, this is great. Now, the unfortunate part, we have a lot of counter spells in hand. So the opponent can pay life to make this indestructible, but I just want to cycle one of these cards. I have too many counter spells. Need a big card draw effect. We don't get it. All right, I'm going to go 4 deep for that card draw effect. We get to commence the end game. 3 lands go to the bottom. All right, let's play that. We get an unexpected windfall. Hanging on, but this also gives us the treasures for the Chemist's Insight from the graveyard. Mystical Dispute, okay. Active Negation, Cultivate. All right, it looks like the road is going to end, but on the bright side, we have so many counterspells, the opponent probably can't beat us. Three Devils. Go. Two Devils die, not enough to kill Old Rusty, so we'll go face. Put the opponent on 10 and see if they can get out of this with a Panharmonicon and a Mesmeric Orb. It's a lot of cool toys. It's a lot of cool toys down there. They are stuck on land. They're really stuck on land now that I noticed that. Had that treasure from Old Rusty, and it looked like they were getting ahead, but they haven't hit land drops in a minute. Bolus's Clutches. That on Omniscience would have been funny. Turn you into a frog. No. They discard the Nyx Bloom Ancient and draw. Oh yeah, they get the Underrealm Lich activation. So they do get to dig 3 deep. They go for Ornithopter. Can block Illuna, but no big deal. Still, 2 toughness. Doesn't change the clock, does it? Let's go orbs. Oh, we get some graveyard value again. Arcane Infusion. I kind of want them to hit the guy's blessing just to know they were never going to deal with us that way. Let's cast the Infusion, see if we can go off this turn. Storm into Oblivion. That's a pretty good card. Of course, we do exile a lot of things. Oh, okay. They're going to scoop it up. They see the mastery. We had to reveal it. So yeah, that's going to be game. Opponent goes first. This hand is pretty cool. We got ramp and counter magic. Wish we were on the play though. Gwenna is the opponent. A little bit of mono green rampy ramps. They often play some really huge creatures. But by the time Gwenna's on the board, we should be able to do some flipping of switches. And we have a token in the case of Lazotep plating, which is one of the better ways to make a token because it gives everything hexproof. So if you get to 8 mana and you do the plating, you often win. They're going to ramp way ahead of us. But it looks like they're going to miss the land drop from here, which is good. Let's make the treasure. And set up for joint exploration or flipping of switch. They have Leyline of Abundance on top of their deck, and they're missing land, so that's good for us. If they just play some ramp creatures this turn, I don't have to counter those. I can use the joint exploration. Then hopefully insight the next turn and we get to a spot where we can mutate. Here's Gwenna. Here's an attack. All right, let's explore. Yeah, I think we can just keep both of these, right? On our path to 8 mana. Actually, we're on 6 here. If we flip the switch next turn, then we Illuna and we win. All right, they hit the land. There's a Vorinclex on top, but I bet they have some big monster they really want to play with their Gwenna. Bet you do. Beast Whisperer. I flip my switch. If they tap out, good. Oh wait, they can't use that for that purpose. Loam Speaker, sure. They have 1 mana open. I can't think of a thing that stops us. And we have Pact. Okay. Easy mode. Just hope. Just hope. It's not on the bottom. 20 cards? Can we win in 20 cards? What's gone? Time Warp is gone. All Runs is gone. So we only have this turn. Clear the Mind is gone. Blessing is gone. So we only have this size library. Awkward. Awkward. Okay. We can probably still do a lot of things, though. Let's start with the Chemisters. We just don't deck. So we need to go down to like 5 cards in library and work from there, probably. Outburst. Do we want to save it? Do we need to target something now? If we target their commander, that might help. That'll slow them down significantly. Restoration. We've got 15 cards, so we can do this now. And hope the deck isn't just land after this. Alright, 10 cards, and we've got the counter spells, and we have Commence the End Game. So we can do the draw 4. Don't be afraid to go low on cards. Look at those lands! Okay. Well, now we go down to 4 when we cast Commence the End Game. And then we have to win from that point. Unfortunately, because we're on the token, we die. Decayed ability did not go away. Alright. We can't wash away because I can't cast for the cleave. We can pact this thing, but I think we ambush it with Commence. Oh yeah, it's only a 6/6 now. It's not great. Lazotep plating. This is rounded down, right? Rounded down. What do we got? 4 cards left. That might really cost us. All right, I gotta take this. That might really cost us. I forgot about halvesies. But if we play this, we exile the rest of our library, so that won't do. That would be bad. Play the Nexus. Play the Smashing. Actually, no, let him have the Vorinclex. We need to be attacking. No, I need to get that Vorinclex off the field, though, because Lazotep plating might really help. Actually, though, it still works. I just don't get the amass. So what I'm trying to do is get this on the field. And I think I'm supposed to get it on the field here. This Pact of Negation and this Wash Away, though, they are super awkward. And this Shatter Skull Smashing. Because I'm exactly like 1 mana short of where I need to be able to like play this and still hold up Wash Away as a generically good counterspell. And then I also need to use the Smashing to remove some stuff, but if I pay for the Pact, I can't. So every turn here really matters. Yeah. Every turn matters. And I think this is the turn I need to play Illuna, and I don't mutate it. All right, they've got some land on top. That's bad for us. Because Blinkmoth Nexus and Illuna is a 2-turn clock. That can be negated. We should probably take an opportunity to negate something. That can be countered as well. Good God. Oh, well, it worked either way. It doesn't matter, does it? But now we can't kill Vorinclex next turn. So they get a pretty big window, but we should be able to play Wash Away. The opponent says GG. We take it. We go to 9. We pay for the Pact. We play a land that doesn't hurt us. Has to be able to cast Wash Away. Okay. Make a 1/1. I think I just hold this back because they're just going to chump block it. Although if I attack with it, they have to chump block it. But then they can counterattack me for potentially lethal if they get the right combination of cards that they almost had last turn. Yeah. We'll just go for it in the air. Give green exactly what they always fear. Flying. 2 cards left. This turn we can cast the Wash Away. Fight Rigging. Boseiju can kill it for 1. I do feel like Fight Rigging can't be allowed to do this thing, though. So do we use the Wash Away? The Wash Away might still hit the Gwenna. Don't know if that matters. Giving them a mana. All right. This also lets us keep Lazotep plating up. Let the Hideaway resolve. I got Nyx Bloom Ancient right there. Oh, God. Here comes Nykthos. They're trying to find a way to deal me 9 damage from 6 life. Nice. Savala. Okay. Doesn't have haste. And they still have 3 mana. Elysian Caryatid. Sure. Trigger does nothing. They try to pass priority. Channel this. Kill the Fight Rigging. They have Titan on top of their deck. All right, the zoological study. Mill 5 get a creature, but they're almost out of mana. They still have a loam speaker. And I think we make our stand here. I mean, it's a 9-point attack, but there's one blocker in the way. All right, one card left in the deck. The great and powerful Blink Moth Nexus. I mean, it didn't need to go in, but I think it deserves it for getting that 1 point of damage last turn. That's the win. I love this deck because you never know quite what you're going to get in your Omniscience pile, and it's very non-deterministic. So when you finagle wins like this, it feels more rewarding than almost any other kinds of wins in Magic, quite frankly. So this is where the good stuff is. Finally, a good little battle with Evil Incarnate here, Rusko. We're on the draw. I mean, I don't know if this hand is going to be good enough. If they go turn 2 ramp, turn 3 Rusko, we lose. If we get to Supreme Will Rusko, though, we have a chance. And we do have Explore. Wizard class. Pact of Negation off the top. All right, I'll set up for a turn 2 Explore. And they don't ramp. That is good for us. Let's see if the Explore resolves. We don't have that many lands anyway. So if they counter this, that's not the end of the world. If we hit land drop, I might just pass to counter Rusko next turn. All right. Actually, I can play this Hard Evidence. Crab. Do it. Cast your Rusko. Make your midnight clock. Yeah. You know why this worked? Because I got the cosmetic on Supreme Will today just before this video. That's why. That's why it worked. Arena Premium kicking in. So we need land. I'll take Hour of Promise into hand for next turn. I'll get rid of Unexpected Windfall, and we'll put the mountain right here. We'll play it. I think we're going to crack the clue, and if we hit land and if our opponent taps out, we just go for Illuna. Otherwise, we might be in for a little bit of a staring match. Maybe make them have it with Hour of Promise. I do have Pact. They're going to feed the Swarm the token. Okay. Hard mode. Interactive decks. Am I right, guys? Let's see if they let this happen. An offer I can't refuse, huh? Is this pactable? Yeah, if we have to pay for it, it's so much worse. Just take the mana. So now we still need a token, but we have Mizzix's Mastery, and we can flash it back with Pact of Negation Protection. Yeah. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. We could have also packed this Rusko, basically keeping it out of the game. Then next turn we have to pay. We could solve the equation. Go get a Mystical Dispute. Really lock Rusko out of the game. But I think we just let it be. I think Mizzix's Mastery Protected is too good. Yes. We'll put this on first because we might draw into something. and away we go. So what lands do we want? We want the token, and I think we want the emergence zone to threaten to go off at flash speed. All right, expressive iteration. Let's put this into hand, and this, we already played our land for turn, so let's just put this back in the deck and this into exile in case we come up with the mana to actually play it somehow. Grab wash away, I suppose. Hard evidence will make a token and a treasure. Explore hits a land. I think we went second. So we go blue. We untap, and we cast this growth spiral for full value. And now we've got a full grip. And we're ready to go Illuna crazy next turn. Opponent's going to try to stock up to fight it. We have Pact and we have Wash Away to fight back. Actually, the opponent might take some extra turns or try to take some extra turns here, which is terrifying. We also don't know where in the library the Omniscience is, but we do know our bottom four. Inscription. So do we just go for it? Or do we try to play out the grindy game? You feel like they know what we're up to. And if we go 6 mana, then we still have protection from Wash Away, and we still have protection from Pact. But they have 3 cards. They could win this fight, and we don't have to go for it. They didn't even use the Wizard class last turn, did they? No, they did not. And we can go at instant speed. We do have to discard. No, we don't. We have Reliquary Tower. So we wait for them. You can't activate that at instant speed. Maybe they thought they could. Maybe they'll charge their clock. But if they put counters on the clock, we go for it with the emergence zone. They're going to flash in a Hullbreaker Horror. They only have 1 mana open. Now, seems like as good a time as any. In our own end step, we mutate. And there are 6 cards left in our library. The opponent's Coops. Was I going to beat them with 6 cards in the library? Let's see what they were. If Time Warp isn't gone and Alrun's is gone, Clear the Mind is gone, Blessing is gone, Time Warp is gone. I don't know if I could have won. It is unclear if I could have won. I do have Witness the Future, so that gets me back not much, but some of the best cards here, like Inscription of Insight. I can bounce their stuff and make a big token. I can commence the endgame twice. So, like, this is my great hope. Would it have been good enough? We'll never know. The opponent, in cowardice, ran to the hills.